So over the hill there, where it's all black now, so you can't really pinpoint a big spot, but over the hill there was a bit of a smoke, and we get a call from a neighbour saying, sorry, we put a little bit of fire, got loose control. The fire brigade's coming. Fingers crossed it doesn't get to your property. Going on a drive, it's still like making ground heaps, like really fast. Comes over that hill, and we're sitting here like, it's actually getting close. As soon as that it kind of gets coming down this hill, it goes down the hill so fast, and I reckon, there's like a wall of smoke just coming straight at you. And I was sitting there thinking, that bloody outhouse, if that gets burnt down after you spend so much time on it, that would be buggered. But yeah, and then, I reckon Melissa came. I had my PJs on still. She goes, go get some jeans on, take what you got off. If that gets on fire, you're gonna burn alive. Get burnt alive. I grabbed some nappies that they were white. Grabbed some nappies, started getting a bucket, smacking the fire. Burned through, but I reckon around here, all that there, I don't reckon like head high.
I asked 9-year-old Jane, who was staying with us at the time when the fire came, if this was the worst day of her life. Why? Traumatizing, was it? Would you ever come back and stay here again? Okay, that's good. Good to know. So Jane said she would come back and stay as long as there were no more fires. So Jane, Peter and Beck went home after their harrowing and narrow escape from the bushfire, and Eli's friends were brave enough to still come along camping for a few nights. So about 9 or 10 of them arrived the same day that our friends left. And when they arrived, they said to Eli, "You said it was charred, not a war zone." So even though we had 140 acres of land where they could have camped, unfortunately due to the bushfire, they had to camp close by to our shed, as that was the only area of land that wasn't burnt. Surviving this bushfire, I think, was taking living in harmony with nature to the next level. But as we all know, fire can be destructive and regenerative at the same time. And anyway, with Eli's friends arriving, there was a totally different energy in the air. These young people bring back memories of my enthusiasm for life and my vibrant days in my youth. I was a spirited young girl, eager to explore the world around me, and every morning was a new adventure waiting to unfold. I used to love walking in the rain, feeling the drops on my skin as if they were tiny bursts of joy. I used to lose myself in books filled with fantastical tales of far-off lands and daring heroes. I smile now as I think back to those cherished moments. I was never really scared of taking risks or taking off on a new adventure. And I probably put myself in a lot of dangerous positions, but I also lived my life to the full. I had friends from all walks of life, and I travelled to many different countries. I worked hard and I played hard. I just hope my son realises and makes the most of this time in his life, being one of the most exciting points in a person's life. The world is your oyster. When the boys were looking for firewood, they came across this old plough on the property. and it looks like our campers are going to get rained on tonight. One of their tents that they brought didn't have any poles, so we've loaned one of ours to them, but it's got a hole in it. Eli's smart enough to stay inside the shed and keep warm with us. So the tent that we loaned the campers last night that had a hole in it leaked all night. The rain is great for our property after the bushfire, but not so great for our campers. And then it rained again the next night. So the rain washed away some of the black ashes and charcoal and soot, so we decided to take a walk around the property and see how it was looking. Fire plays a crucial role in the regeneration of the land in Australia through a natural process known as fire ecology. Some Australian plant species have evolved to depend on fire for their life cycles and reproduction. Some plants have a hard seed coating that require the intense heat of a fire to crack open and germinate it. After the fire, these seeds get the opportunity to sprout and grow. Also, the ash that's sitting on top of the soil acts as nutrients and fertilizers for helping new plant growth. And fire can actually help with biodiversity as well. It can create a pattern in the landscape where patches of different fire intensities occurred, and the variation promotes diverse habitats benefiting a wide range of plants and animals and species. Fire also helps maintain a balance in certain ecosystems, so sometimes it prevents the dominance of invasive plants and species and promotes the persistence of fire-adaptive native plants. So let's hope that some of those benefits of having a fire will help our land regenerate. The funny thing is that the fire went right around our hammock that was hanging between these two trees.
Well, we've got a little pond back.
The 2 days of heavy rain had managed to fill up our little creek just a little bit, as well as the tent of our campers.
Oh, puppy! Come here.
These big stones on our property are always interesting to me. They look like standing stones. In Scotland, they say that standing stones are like petrified people who refuse to convert to Christianity. That might happen to me one day. So if you've been following along with us on our journey, you'll know that sunsets are my favourite thing, and I just appreciate them for their beauty and their calming effects. They seem to create a breathtaking spectacle with vibrant colours and a picturesque view, making them visually stunning and appealing to the senses. Watching the sunsets out here can bring me such a sense of peace and tranquility and help me to unwind and reflect about my day and connect with nature. Where's our puppy dog? Can you see Truffles here in the black? It looks like she's found some dead animal that's been cooked in the bushfire to chew on. Mother Nature, you've got a big job ahead of you. So unfortunately we lost a few of the trees that we planted. Even the plastic protectors was melted to the sticks. Our lamandras managed to escape from the fire though. The side of our compost bin and our tool shed was also melted a little, and our wooden fence posts were on fire as well. And on the last night, in case of rain, about 5 or 6 of the campers ended up deciding to sleep in the shed with us to stay nice and warm. Probably a good decision because it looks like more rain is on the way.
Whatever the mountain will climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you.
So we were donated all these raised garden beds, and Peter and Jane helped put them together when they were staying here. And we've just put some cardboard in the bottom of them, and we just need to fill them up with some soil. It would probably be good to put some of our compost material in the bottom of them before putting the soil in as well.
And to undo those, got to undo those 2 screws, which will take this off, and then that will bring the carby out, but that's got to come out, and whatever else is attached to the carby, but you got to watch how it's attached. So if there's any wires or anything, you got to watch.
These black towels hanging up here are the white nappies that Nathaniel used to fight the fire with, totally full of charcoal. I told him that people pay good money to get activated charcoal face masks, and that he could wash his face with it to make himself beautiful. The thing about sunsets is that each sunset is different, offering a one-in-a-kind experience every time. And our friendly possum who lives in the tree next to our shed has come out to say hello to us tonight, probably looking for some apple scraps. So Eli's friends have packed up and are getting ready to go home again. Eli's had a very stable group of friends for a long time. A lot of his friends have been friends since they were in primary school, like 5 years old. So they've spent all of their school years together. So I think they've formed a very special bond, and hopefully they will stay in contact and remain friends for a long time after they finish school, which is only really a few months away. Some of the friendships you form during school can last a lifetime. Having long-lasting friendships can provide a sense of stability through different stages of your life, and they can help you cherish those memories and remind you of the carefree days of your youth.
Close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side.
And just like that, they were gone.
I know you've had
Thanks for tuning in and sharing our journey with us. It's so good to have you here.